Would you live in the future?
I travel back to a specific time and place in which a ship like yours was destroyed. I prevent the destruction. Then I take the ship into the future and I sell it.
What about the crews of those ships?
They're free to live out their lives as they see fit in the 29th century.
What do you mean, would you go to the future? Hell yeah. Need that new tech.
Okay, I guess, okay. Technically, we're all going to in the future. What I'm saying is if you were to be somehow teleported into the future, like leaped forward 400 years in this case scenario, 400 years leaped in the future, would that be a good life or a bad life? Would you be upset about losing your current life? Or would you just be like basking in the glory of all the future, I guess, current for them, like the modern technology gains?
So I think it depends. If you have a good life in the current time, friends, family, the whole thing, I think going would suck. But if you don't have a lot of connections in today's world, then think of the video games. Think of the gaming.
Be the gaming alone. Okay.
I mean,
okay, that's right. You make new friends. You make new friends in the gaming. Imagine what those cultures are like, online cultures, the gaming in the future.
You're talking about like meeting new people online. I'm talking about just the gameplay, the graphics, I don't even know, like the Matrix Spike where you can do anything you want.
That's right. You actually learn kung fu, and then you play it like you do a kung fu simulator. You're like, I'm actually very good at this. Whereas now you got to go through years of training. Nobody got time for that.
So
you
in
do
summary, do it for the gaming.
Do it for the gaming. Here's another explanation of this. If you're thrown to the future, what would that world be like?
You were all going to die anyway. Now you have a second chance to live in a future full of wonders you can't even imagine.
Right? Imagine someone she's from 400 years in the future. That would be like someone from the 1600s now getting leaped forward into now. Right? So you go from like, you don't have cars. Everyone's like, they don't, did they have refrigeration back then? I don't think so.
I don't think so. They had like pickling and jerkying, but that's it.
Right, so you could pickle stuff, you can jerk stuff, but now you don't have to jerk stuff by yourself. You can just go to the store and get already like pre-jerked meat. They didn't even have that back then, right? You have a refrigerator, you have air conditioning, you got cars, you got airplanes, you got internet.
Yep.
Like imagine that leap forward, but at the same time, you'd lose your entire life. Like you'd lose not only your interpersonal relationships, but like your role in society. Like you could have been a big old head out honcho, like top of whatever farm back then. And then now you're like relatively the village idiot, right? Like math exists now that didn't exist back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if math is the sign of somebody being up in the times, like nobody's up in the times. Except
Okay,
for
let me change my example. Okay, you could have been like encyclopedia man. Like I know all the knowledge. And then you get leap forward 400 years and they're like, we don't even talk about that anymore. Like that's so outdated.
Right. No, I think what you're saying is like with all the new tech, all the new societies and cultures, you're just going to be a fish out of water. Like you're not going to know how to navigate. How do I use a computer? How do I use a phone? How do I read? Like,
right.
How do I fit in society?
Could people read back then?
It was not so common, I don't think.
I think it was like the wealthy people that only like read, right?
Yeah, the wealthy people. Yeah. So getting thrown into the future, it might be so disorienting you wouldn't know what to do. You end up as like a homeless guy on the street.
Okay, but counterpoint, if you had to like build your own house out of 1600s, did they have clay back then? I guess probably. And now we have like wood structures, like wood structure. Insulation, heck yeah.
Okay, I think you could, if you were the only person who came forward in time, the job you'd have is a source for historians.
Ooh, that's right.
They took you up in a university town.
They just interview me all day. Like this is how we did this. And I would just make shit up all the time.
Turns out I had 50 wives.
50 wives, that's how we did it back then. That's how I live now. Respect my culture. Hook it up.
You only have one? I had 50.
Oh, you idiot. The life back then, we had 50 wives each.
50 wives.
Somehow women were born in the ratio of 50 to 1. That's just how it was. Genetics change. Totally diverted biology. like back in times, like our humans had 50 women for every man. Like, oh, the biology is different. Like totally derailed all of biology. Yeah, I mean, right?
And they're historians. They're just like, oh, this is a primary source. I need to publish that paper.
He was there. Like, we got to believe him.
He was there.
He was there.
Is there a primary source? Is like written word. If you're like talking to a dude from the time, that's like a zeroth source.
That's right, because he didn't even translate it into paper. Because when you read something written on paper, you're not listening to the person. You're listening to the paper.
Right.
So you get it directly from the person. That's got to be zero source.
Zero source, yeah.
Mathematically.
It's even better. Think of the papers.
Think of
Unbelievable.
the papers. Get famous.